This fall, 17 states and the District of Columbia will honor Native American people with official holidays on the second Monday in October.
Indigenous Peoples Day. I know that there's been efforts since the 80s and 90s to specifically for this holiday across the country in different cities and states.
This year, for the first time, the state of Montana will officially recognize Indigenous Peoples Day and Columbus Day together. That's thanks to new legislation signed into law in May that now adds the holiday honoring the Native American peoples. Montana's move to make the holiday official comes as the Trump administration works to protect Columbus Day from any changes.
In other words, we're calling it Columbus Day. We're back Italians.
I think Montana is a model that people could look to in the United States.
Montana State Senator Shane Morgeau, who authored this bill, is a member of the Salish and Kootenai tribes. The effort to get state recognition for Indigenous Peoples Day began over a decade ago. Success ultimately came in the form of the dual celebration.
I think it's a model for how can we bridge gaps and work together on particular issues to better understand each other and see each other.
Advocates of the law spoke to PBS News.
Indigenous Peoples Day just simply allows us to celebrate Indigenous people who are still here. A lot of people don't know that we are, but we are still here and we are thriving.
A lot of people think of Indigenous people as in the past or don't know that we're real. I had people tell me that I was the first Indigenous person they'd ever met. I think it's super important to have that official, not just recognition, but celebration of Indigenous people as contemporary, as having futures, especially in Montana.
On a reservation, we live it every day. These things are going on all the time.
Even as a Native person growing up, I didn't learn a lot about Native history, like my own history growing up in school.
The state of Montana, the way that we passed this year, it's unique. It's very unique because we did it geared toward healing, not just referencing one indigeneity, but we reference all Indigenous peoples.
And my daughter's 4, and so when I started this, a lot of my advocacy, I would think about her. My son was born into a world where there's an Indigenous Peoples Day in Montana, and that was to name that and to see that difference, even just for my 2 kids who are a few years apart, was really special, because that's why we do it.
My responsibility as a grandpa is to clear the way for my grandkids and my great-grandkids, to prepare the earth in front of me so they can walk on it and not be afraid, and to have good minds and good hearts.
Just knowing what all my ancestors been through, and even, my great-grandparents, what they have been through, and that they got all through that just so that I could still be here. And, I want to fight for our rights now.
I encourage all of Montanans to celebrate that day, whether they want to celebrate Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day or both. We're holding a round dance. Everybody can join in. You don't need to wear anything special. Everybody joins the big circle, holds hands, we dance, we share.
It's actually a very therapeutic day.
America's not a melting pot. No matter what anybody says, we are unique individuals in this United States. So learning the language and learn where, how the ancestry, how everybody is here, I think goes a long way toward understanding each other.